Why play Nami Support? Well, she brings great engage and disengage, heals always bring great value and counters poke lanes, she keeps her entire team sped up, and she's a great all-rounder with utility and damage. However, she is squishy and can get picked off, and her hard CC can be easily dodged without setup. Nami's passive is allies hit by her abilities gain a chunk of movement speed. This even works with her non-targeted abilities like Q and her ultimate. Nami's Q is a circle skill shot which throws out a bubble. Enemies hit are knocked up and damaged. Nami's W is her bread and butter. It can be cast on an ally, an enemy, or herself. If cast on an enemy, it will bounce to an ally and then back to an enemy. If cast on an ally, it will bounce to an enemy and then back to an ally. It will only bounce if targets are in range and can only hit each target once. Enemies hit are damaged and allies hit are healed, but each bounce will reduce the damage or heal by 15%. Nami's E buffs herself or an ally, making their next 3 attacks or abilities do additional damage and apply a slow. Nami's ultimate is a large straight line skill shot which throws out a tidal wave, knocking up, slowing and dealing damage to every target hit. Allies hit get double the passive movement speed, making your entire team incredibly mobile. For combos, try to land your slow before going for your Q, as it's easily dodged before getting your W on as many targets as possible. It's also good to note that the knockup from the ultimate only lasts half a second. Where it does apply a huge slow, making your Q easy to land, if you want to guarantee it, you need to throw the Q just before the ultimate hits. For Masteries, take this, it enhances Nami's all-around playstyle. For build order, start Spell Thief Pots before getting Tier 2 boots and Imperial Mandate. Following this, a Putrefier, Staff of Flowing Water and Ardent Censer are all great items. Situationally, all these items can be great too. For skill order, start W, then E, then Q, before maxing W, then E, then Q, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Ignite. During the laning phase, unless they're looking to grab you and go all in, you're going to be pretty safe and able to bully hard and trade often. When your opponent goes to farm, a quick auto into a W is a good chunk of damage, and the heal on the way back usually means a pretty free trade. Otherwise, using your E on your carry for more damage into slow means that your Q becomes much easier to land and gives you insane kill pressure. Make sure to keep harassing, just looking for these opportunities where your opponent goes to farm and you can land your Q. When you hit level 6 and get ultimate, you should be able to force an engage, either getting summoners, massive damage, or kills. Either way, once you force this is a great time to roam or look for a dragon. In the mid game, keep your vision aggressive to look for picks. The great thing about finding an isolated champion in the jungle is that with the narrow corridors, it's very hard to avoid Nami's ultimate, often giving you very easy picks. Entering late game team fights, you can force fights with ultimate, but it's usually better to use it to fight just after being engaged on or just after a fight has started. Instead of giving your opponents the opportunity to move out of its way, or to move far enough away that you can't follow up, using it this way just after a fight has started will provide so much more disruption, as well as giving your entire team a huge speed up, providing insane value in a team fight. After this, your main job here is to protect your carry. Ensure to keep them sped up and throw heals onto them as often as possible. Your CC is not as easy to land as other supports, but a well-timed Q will save your carry's life. Focus on keeping yourself and your carry alive. Once Nami starts getting multiple rotations off with the heals and utility, it can be hard for your opponents to outvalue what you can provide. Keep playing this enchanter backline using all your spells on cooldown, keeping your carry safe to win the fight for you.